Ah, yes, that's right. We delivered the boys, but we did not deliver our trains, and we were running backwards. Right. Right. What's up, guys? This is Heist, and we're back in Derail Valley today. Gonna get these demonstrators kicked off at the museum. And then from there, see what we can do with the 282, I guess. Not this one, the other one. And then we'll keep doing jobs and stuff looking for the DE6. And at some point, we will rescue our S282 that's over there. And is that our caboose? Yep. Caboose is dead there. So maybe we'll rescue some of those things at some point as well. But I'm going to keep things rolling. Every time I boot up Derail Valley, it's like, without doing it consistent weekly, even weekly though, I'm like, what the hell did I do last time? Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, how's the choo-choo? It's got no more water. In the tender, at least. It'll be fine. It's a quick trot. Right? We do have to back up the hill. We have a half glass. You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it. I'm gonna take a page out of Larry the Enticer's book and still gonna send it. And I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Absolutely nothing. Not a thing. Nope. No way. No way. No how. Yeah. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, that's right. They released the last patch and then for a long time and then had patch notes that I should probably talk about. Let me pull those up and distract myself while we run up the hill and try not to blow up. 1 second. Alright, I've pulled up the patch notes and I've fallen off my train. What else is new? It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure that reading through these while we run won't be a problem. I skipped down. It seems like the majority of it is bug fixes and optimization. This isn't a huge patch. It's their last asterisk. Hi Zybok. Hi Derail Valley team. You can say it's the last patch before, the big one. But, I don't know. You guys do a really good job, so hopefully it is. But I know how software dev goes. You might run into something that you find that you push out in between. But the big thing that they did say is that we're probably going to be, a year and a half away from another big update. Which, as a player, of course, is sad to hear. But as a developer, I go, good for them. Oh, goodness. The quality of the updates that we always receive from Alt Future and how extensive they are and how good they are, I'm not worried about it. I have complete faith in these guys and what they do. So when things come out down the road, it's going to look really, really good. But I mean, I can wholeheartedly appreciate just how crappy it is to try and do some of that sort of stuff, especially when you're held to a consistent, checking in and reporting in on things in a public manner. So good on them for having closed doors. We're just going to do this and it's going to be great when it's done, kitty! Anyway, the exciting news for those of you watching this as it's posted, if you don't have Derail Valley, they did put it on sale for, I don't know if it's the first time ever, but this is really rare that they do that. So if you want to pick up the game, it's 25% off, I guess, on Steam until, a week and a half or so from when I record this, so maybe a week from when it goes live. Of course, check, Steam and all that, and you'll see that, but it's neat to see that they've done that. So, anyway, the big patch notes that we're noticing here, looks like tons of the bug fixes, tons of performance fixes. Apparently FPS got a lot better on a lot of machines. We're at the harbor and I'm getting 60, like flat, like solid 60, like it's welded on 60. I mean, obviously we're not moving much of a train, but that actually might even be noticeable on my machine, and I was expecting that to be on lower setup machines. So, alright, I'll take it. Let's get some chuffs going here. There we are. How are we looking in the sight glass? We're still quarter glass. It'll be fine. They fixed the slosh thing, so shouldn't be too ridiculous. But in terms of stuff that affects players other than performance right here, right now, shut up, you safety valve. They've changed a bunch of the paint jobs a little bit, mostly fixes and stuff like that. They moved the museum restoration progress panels closer to the center of the room so you can see them more easily, which will be nice. We'll see that shortly. Let's not and say we did, both of you. Good lord. I think we want to go left here, yeah? Yeah, we want to go left here, which is not very typical. I'd like to make that point. The front fell off. 50,000 or 80,000 tons of oil fell into the sea, caught fire. I just want to make the point that that is not normal. Okay, lined up. Hi, the ADHD has been hitting me hard the past couple days. You're in for an episode, probably. An episode of all time. It'll be one of them. Anyway, yep, paint job things, museum thing. They've adjusted drilling into certain things for the customization. You can no longer drill into the boiler. Seems reasonable. Don't make me tell stories about railroads that I don't want to talk about. I've heard of an establishment drilling into their boilers literally for quote-unquote safety to test them like air tanks. It's normal in an air tank application to have the bottom or parts of the bottom drilled to a certain depth such that when it wears past that point you'll get a little leak instead of a big failure or anything. And that's a good thing. That makes sense, especially with air, not steam and water. Not steam and water, which if you lost could cause an explosion. But yeah, I've heard of an outfit that did that to boilers, so I'm glad that we support good steam safety here in Derail Valley. Checks notes. Wait, how do I play this game? Anyway, they did a couple other fixes, and they also allowed it so you can drill the gadgets on the smoke box. Okay, so they got rid of boiler drilling, but they added smoke box drilling, which good on them. That's exactly as it should be. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, we're doing 60 and that's a 50. Let's not and say we did. Anyway, in sim stuff, they increased the power of the 282 and the 060 to make them closer to the performance potential for them increasing the traction, which is rad because a lot of players noticed that they were underpowered in 99.4. We're now on 99.5, much less so than they were in 99.3. I didn't haul anything super heavy with the steam engine on 99.4, so I never noticed it. I just noticed the traction, but I guess had I done a big job, that would have been pretty noticeable, so I'm glad that they've rectified that. They made trains charge faster. They fixed a bunch of errors with couplers and such and things. Steam engine boilers lose heat and pressure over time depending on temp. Good on you guys. That's fun. That is a thing that you experience. I mean, it's not super fast, obviously, but that is the reality. It's you only have so much insulation. A couple centimeters, a couple inch or two at most. So that makes sense. They fixed some particle effects. They fixed some headlight stuff. Collisions, traction loss indicators, yeah. There are a bunch of random smaller fixes, which, not a super sexy, oh my god, look at this huge update, but the key quality kind of update that makes Derail Valley what it is. They really consistently put out really good stuff for us, and yeah, okay, the big one's going to take time, but spoilers, good software development takes time. Ask me how I know. It's fine. So I'm excited to see what they come up with. It's a bummer that we're gonna have to wait, but as the repairman in Toy Story 2 said, you can't rush art. All right, let's try and actually run this choo-choo. It's still like a quarter glass of water. It's fine. No one's pooping their pants yet, right? Oh look, we're in a tunnel. When did that happen? I need to do my video about tunnels already. I've been working on all the Australia content. You've probably seen a fair amount of it come out recently. Oh, Christ. And if you're joining from the Australia content, welcome. Particularly the picnic train video has been doing quite well, which is wonderful, because those people were absolutely so lovely. I was not trying to blow up anyone's skirt or anything. Like, they were just really as wonderful as any people could be. So I'm glad that video is doing well. That's been the first video that's like done decently well out of the gate in a while. YouTube is it's a boom bust cycle. I've talked about it a bunch, of course, but it can always be, you know, disparaging trying to put all this work into something and wanting every piece to come out really well, and then for it to just not do so well is kind of disheartening. So it's nice to see that, you know, that piece did pretty well. Because I really, getting to the edit on all the Australia stuff and going through it, I mean, everyone down there treated me so unbelievably kindly. I mean, I really felt like everyone had rolled out the red carpet to me, like I was some big deal, which, you know, bizarre for me to still perceive, but, you know, I try to remain humble, I guess. But it was really cool, and I wanted to do all of the organizations justice with the videos that I make for them. So, picnic train video, and then the zigzag railway video. I mean, those videos, the editing time approached their run times in minutes, but in hours. So, and that was just on the edit. That wasn't, yeah. It takes a lot of time to make a good video. So, I always appreciate you guys. And I appreciate that you let me faff around and play video games on the channel and not have too much of an issue. Yeah, here we can see the boards moved out to the front of each stall, which is nice. So presumably, yeah, the boards are just to the left of each one. I don't know why there's no lights on in here. Wasn't this lit up before? I want to be able to see it. What time? What year is it? What day is it? What time is it? Who knows? Let's pop over to the station real fast. We could probably sleep real quick and keep it filmable. If there's a couch. There we go. Oh yeah, it's 2 in the morning. Yeah, see you in a sec. It has become daytime, and I have somehow slurped onto a windowsill. That's what I get for having the game paused, I guess. Okay. Oh, we probably should have put water in this. It still has water. That's fine. It still has pressure. We don't need that. Right? Right. Right. Did we do all that with the brake stand cut out? Or did I just cut it out? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Or I guess when you reload it, it does sillies. Oh yeah, are any of the appliances turned on? Yeah, no. Look at them resetting stuff. There we go. Come on, Chooch, you can do it. It's interesting that she's doing slightly more than quarters. Oh! Right. 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 Can we just... What if... What? Come on, sweetheart. I believe in you. This would work IRL. Don't fail me now, dear All Valley. I actually have no idea if this works in this game. Oh? No, it does not. That is still very much derailed. That's a bummer. That would be hilarious if they did that. And it costs $1,000 to re-rail it, and it's like on the rails. Come on, highway robbery. Anyway, yeah, I guess I should have checked before I started backing up. I was like, yeah, whatever. Get the trains on the table. It's fine. Nothing else going on. Nothing going on up here in the spaghetti noodle called brain today. Not a gosh darn thing. French fried taters. Mm-hmm. All right. Shut up. You and your brakes. You and your slipperiness. Oh, did it start raining? How dare it rain? Why are these guys screaming for death? Like their air is not hooked up. Oh. Well, they are. I don't know why, but... Man, this whole dumb consist almost fits on the turntable. Did it reset their handbrakes too? Oh, well, that's just not cool. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but that would explain all the problems I've been having. Yeah, well, we'll just do that, and then we'll just shove the steam engine out the back door, basically. Get the way. Oh, I don't know if it'll fit past that, but we'll see. Bonk. Perf. There we go. Oh, it knocked me lantern off. That'll be in Lost and Found. We're not gonna need this engine for at least a minute. Hey, look, it fit. If it fits, it sits. Anyway. I guess we can use our dude to respot these, presumably. The object. Whatever this thing's called. URV, that's right. Our URV is online. Any of my children viewers old enough to play that game? Oh. Hang on. No, I've already run this engine. Yes, it took me over to find the cutouts, but my commenters helped with that. Anyways, I guess I was probably ambiguous with which specific game that was before I called everyone out. I was specifically referring to Call of Duty 4, but anyway. The best Call of Duty. At least for me, but anyway. Bonk. Dunk. There we go. Yeah. Call of Duty 4 is probably... 2007 was a great year for video games. Call of Duty 4, Team Fortress 2, Orange Box. All that stuff. Very nostalgic. Oh, is my throttle wide open? Yep. Maybe I should have him show me around. It's been a minute. It'll get there, right? Just take the load. Share the load. All right, that's a wheel on a table. Did I not cut in the air? No, it's down there. What else is new? Okay, so we've got the DM3 first, and it's got to go over here. And in one of the recent patches, they fixed a number of the problems with this big turntable, which is much appreciated. So you can now use the arrow keys page up and page down from over here'sville, which is fantastic. So DM3, and it goes right there. Say it with me, viewers. Kicking. I want to do some kicking. They're already ruined. What does it hurt if you ruin it some more? Has sand. There we go. Go. Oh, I guess my handbrake's on. That'll probably be enough. Yep, there we go. It recognizes the fact that the DM3 is there. Oh, that's right, we gotta order parts for it first. I want to say the parts cost money, and we do not care about restoring diesels until we've got our steam engine running. Said every tourist railroad ever in existence. It's fine. Anyway, back onto the table. Oh, we'll just bleed through that brake. It's fine. It's got the power to do it. And that's just about dunked, so that'll be fine. And then the DH4, where does he go? Oh, he go all the way over there. Okay. Yeah, I like that they moved the signs out. I think that's a good change. You can actually appreciate where things are. Hey, we have that one. Oh yeah. It's fine. And once again, kicking. I want to do some kicking. Anyway. I'm just leaving the sand on because we're going to service this thing at some point, allegedly, right? Okay. Beep, beep. Oh, right. Bang. Go. You got this. That'll be enough. And then we can go put this guy... Oh! Right. Well... we're just nailing it today, guys. Boop, boop. Look at that. Hey! it made it! You did it! It's fine. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm tired of hearing all that. So we're going to do that. And then I guess we're going to... we'll leave this on the table, I guess. But we'll rotate it in a fashion that it might be helpful. Well, not really, but anyway. Okay. What does this dude need? Okay, we got... wheels, body... Can we get the rest of it fixed? And still have enough to multi-service it? Sand. Diesel's incompatible. Body, wheels, mechanical powertrain, electrical powertrain. It's only 33 grand. Hell yeah. Wah-bam. Ka-chow. And now we grab the tender. Why does the tender have an electrical powertrain? Oh. This is incompatible, but the light screen? Oh, whatever. Anyway. Wheels! We fix. I guess the light's not... it's indicative of if it's happy or not. And then the body... Okay. It's another 29 grand. Okay. Alright. 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 So now... we simply take it over, service it, and fire it up, right? 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 I think that's the move. To hell with paint. Why did I jump in the cab? I don't need no stinking paint, right? Okay. We're gonna roadkill the hell out of this. I'm gonna make Freiberger and Finnegan proud. Oh, Lord. Ah! Bang. Alright, there we go. Oh, fun lore. If you know that show, Roadkill, and if you enjoy it, you're now tasked with looking through all of the episodes they ever did in Colorado to find which episode you can see Leighton Moreland in. Leighton was very briefly in one of the episodes apparently handing tools many, many moons ago. So, I would say he looked quite thinner. Still probably looks somewhat thinner, but Leighton's actually done, I'm very proud of him. He's lost a ton of weight these days. Not a literal ton, but you know, he'd be quite negative at that point. But he's doing quite well. Oh, should I have oiled that first? It is screaming. No. Stop. 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 Stop! No! I'm with the science team! Can I oil it? I guess we serviced it, so... Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry, sweetheart. Don't worry, I've seen evil bad men drag locomotives with ice in their cylinders further than that before. No, I will not elaborate on that. Anyway, let's get this thing oiled. It's fine. What happens if you don't open your cylinder cocks and you leave a locomotive out? And it gets cold. And then you move the locomotive. You get the cursed slushy. No, I will not say what locomotive that was. I will say that I have seen a lot of atrocities committed to locomotives in my day, unfortunately. Single tear. It's half the joy of trying to educate about the locomotives. Try not to make sure that people don't do stupid crap. It's fine if you clap out the brasses and everything on the digital engine. It doesn't have any brasses. It thinks it has brasses, but it don't got them. I'll tell you what. Alright. And it's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay. Clutch dump. Alright. That's right, don't we have to go... Yeah, we have to do two separate... I wish the... Who would put the fueling services in the roundhouse? Evil, silly humans, that's who. That's right. Alt future devs, you are evil, silly humans. Well, you know. I don't know about truly evil, but evil, silly, I'll give them. Put cats in their video game. About trains. They made a video game called Derail Valley and then made it one of the best train simulators ever made. If not the best. Certainly a certain amount of evil silly is appropriate. Okay. Well, I guess we should bother to fill the tender with water, because the coal part doesn't really matter until you have the water part figured out. Some little birdie told me. A llama! Remember when I told you it was going to be one of those episodes? What if I told you they're all going to be one of those episodes? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go. Begin, commence, start moving. Technically, you have been racing for 12 seconds now, and Mr. Schaefer is winning because he's nearest the door! If you've seen Rat Race, we can be friends. Anyway. If you haven't seen Rat Race, it is peak early 2000s in cinema form. John Cleese is the bad guy. All-star cast. Smash Mouth makes an appearance. Anyway. Just triggering the rest of my generation. Oh, well. I managed to monologue right past the stop. In other news, days end in Y and water's wet. Okay, I want to get it going real slow like. And then when it gets vaguely close, I want to shut it down. Right? Come on. Wow. Okay, right around there is Phil. I got distracted by looking at the tender, and I shouldn't have. I've been doing a lot of tenderisms lately. Oh my god, did we just nail that? Not 100%, very close. We'll take it. I've been doing a lot of study on tenders recently. And this is a goofy looking bugger in its construction. Which, you know, this model is like the oldest model in Deer Valley, and it's been rumored it's going to get an update. And I'd love to see that, because if I could never look at that stack again, I'd be happy. But anyway, we're partway through 491's new tender cistern, and I'm planning on doing a Tenders 101 when we get all finished with it, so that'll be a thing. But I had to design a tender in SolidWorks. And that was a time. And we'll talk all about it in the video at some point down the road. Alright, that's all full. So we're going to start filling this, because it should work. Sounds like it works. Alright, well, I'll be back in the metric half hour it takes to fill this thing. Alright, and that is just a touch below half a glass. Yeah, you know, 2/5 of a glass. 2 1/3 and a half. It's usually where we tend to try and fire up, because the expansion of the water carry things up. So how much water was that? Well, you know, 12, 30, 350, 30,000, 14,600, and 22,000. And then, you know, tender being filled to 30,000. So I guess we can KO the 30,000. How much does the boiler take to get to an acceptable level? 12,350, 14,686, 22,800. Let me do some math on that real quick. I'm curious. Okay, if these units are in liters, which I would assume they are, 30,000 liters of water in a tender sounds reasonable. Let me double check that. Yeah, okay. 30,000 liters of water is about 8,000 gallons, which is about right for this tender. That means that the locomotive to get to a half glass took, you know, basically 12,000 liters. Or not 12,000 liters, 12,000 gallons, which is like 50,000 liters. So the boiler volume in the S282 in this game is gosh darn ginormous. Hi Zybok, I hope you're watching for this. For context, 491 holds 2,800 gallons, which, you know, is less than the tender you have here. You know, I mean, the sim and everything feels fine, but if you're trying to have the numbers match the real world, well, not exactly. Anyway, well, let's drag this thing over and get it full of coal, and then see if they'll let me run it without paint. Because if they're going to let us run it without paint, I'm going to ask somebody to slap an ES&D Herald on the side of it and call it a day. Just come on, why wouldn't you? Come on, sweetie. You still have gas. Ooh, she pulls nice now that her bearings aren't totally ruined. Let's see. Creep-a-doot, creep-a-doot. How far do we have to get out to fit within S282? Hopefully not too much farther. You're making lots of smoke over there. Tunk tunk. Yeah, basically takes up most of the turntable. The RV's quite long because it duals as a flatbed, but it makes it multi-purpose. It is a utility rail vehicle at the end of the day. All right, tie that down. Let's bang this over one track, shall we? And then kick this into reverse. Beep, beep, beep. Now we get to do the same joy of spotting the tender underneath the doom. Oh, they've got it marked on the floor, kind of. It's actually pretty nice. Come on, sweetie. I promise I love your gearbox. Let that just roll. Let it work. Let it do to do. Oh, well, it's not really gonna roll, is it? So we'll push it. What a good idea. Come on, train. Okay, now we'll shut her back. We're still like a car length away. Perspective, man. I need a sign that says objects in the non-existent mirror are non-existently closer than they appear. T-Rex. Is it heavy? Then it's expensive. Put it down. 1-800 things my mom used to tell me when I was a child. That was the best quote ever given to parents by a film, I think. Anyway. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Okay, that should be spotted for the coal tipple. Yeah. Alright. How's she feeding? Let's fill her up. Oh, let's not fill her down. Let's fill her up. And coal hole. Money hole. Repair and refuel it. Done. It's ready to use at any point. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. I feel like I might give the context of that joke to the longtime viewers of the channel who've made it this far into this episode. Uh-huh. I've probably told it on a live stream. I know I've told it in places where video games are developed, and it's become quite the meme. But there was a time when I was a young kid, we had a... not even when I was a young kid, he died probably only... 5 years ago? Anyway, birds live a long time. Point is, I had a cockatiel when I was a kid. That's where heist stuff comes from, is I've always loved birds because I had a cockatiel. He lived in my room. He was my buddy. His name was Seven. 7 of 9 was his full name, but my parents only named him that because he was rather feisty for a female, as he was originally sexed. And turns out that determining the sex of a parrot is quite hard. And he turned out to be a boy. And so rather than continuing to call him his sexy Star Trek, character 7 of 9, we just called him 7. It's fine. Transgender icon before there were ones, I guess. This parrot, circa 1997, I guess? Yeah. Shut the OCO on that. Shut that off. Anyway, and so I grew up loving parrots. Always loved parrots. The happy-go-lucky nature, the way that they're silly and fun. I hope that you've recognized some of that energy on this YouTube channel. Sincerely, I really hope that you see that and kind of feel that thing. So, because that's where I get it. Just a little bit of that happy fun from the fun birdies and all that. So, wow, this thing does not want to fire up. Got quite the fuego in you. It's making all the fire temps. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna be disappointed if I don't see that pressure gauge moving. Single tier. Maybe the gauges don't work unless you paint it. That would be funny. Anyway, we took 7 to get bird sat the one time, and and my mom was doing the paperwork, and I was probably like 10 years old at this point, and she was chatting with the lady downstairs, and I went upstairs to look at all the other birdies that were boarded and hanging out at the Crazy Bird Lady's house. Crazy Bird Lady LLC, presumably. And there was this Amazon parrot that sang "You Are My Sunshine" like perfectly. Sang the whole thing. I'd never heard a bird then, or like from before then or until now. I've never heard a parrot sing an entire song like properly in rhythm, the whole thing. So "You Are My Sunshine, my only sunshine, when you make me happy," the whole thing, all the melody, everything, and it was perfect. And I was like, wow. I was blown away as a kid because, you know, most birds just don't do that. My mom came to grab me from upstairs, and she walks up to the bird, and I told her, like, yeah, this Amazon just said that, you know, it sang this whole song. And my mom goes, "Will you sing 'You Are My Sunshine'?" Or no, she said, "Can you sing 'You Are My Sunshine'?" And the bird goes, "Uh-huh." Silence. "Will you sing it for me?" "No." And both her and I remember that exact exchange to this day. So anytime I've gone, "Uh-huh," or "No," is referencing that in my head, which, you know, is an inside joke from a story from my childhood that, you know, some people understand at this point. Man, you know, it said that it's ready to use, though it doesn't look very pretty and you have to paint it. It's just not making steams. Shut the blower off and leave it like... It's got water, it's got fire. What you want? The prompt said it would be ready to use, but it doesn't look pretty and that you have to paint. Do you have to paint it? I will be disappointed if you have to paint it. We can still afford to paint it, but I will be disappointed if you have to paint it. Yeah, I think you have to paint it. That's disappointing. Well, on that bombshell, it's about all the time I have to record. Maybe next time we will get her sprayed up and get her running. And we'll see you all next time. So thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time.